for us and now joins us live via way of phone. Hamza, good afternoon. What more do we know?
Well, good afternoon, Grace. To clear there is that the attack that happened yesterday in Garissa, it happened at around 6:30 p.m. At Yumbis location, which is about 60 kilometers from Doble, at the border of Kenya and Somalia. Official report from police says the gunmen were about 20 in number, chanting Allahu Akbar, and they started spraying bullets to locals in the village. Everyone is said to have fled for their life. They then later stormed the nearby police post. Locals from Yumbis, whom we spoke to, said the gun battle or the gunfire between the security forces or Kenya security forces and militia lasted for about an hour. In the incident, 3 officers from a rural border patrol unit were injured. Several Al-Shabaab militants are said to have been injured as well. Officers injured were airlifted later to Garissa Level 5 hospital, and they're now getting treatment there. Members of the press or journalists were restricted to visit and interview the victims. We spoke to the regional commissioner, Mr. Nixon Ndalana, by way of phone, and he told us they're in control of the situation. He's in touch with the officers manning Yumbis and its environs, which is a quite porous border. And they're now gathering information on how and who was involved in last night's Yumbis attack.
Time this is happening, there was a Kora attack, if I'm not wrong, last week. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hamza. But then what are the relevant authorities saying about this?
Well, Grace, if you look at the scenario, Garissa, Wajir and Mandera enjoyed a calm period for the last 2 years, but a few incidences here and there is giving residents and security forces a sleepless night. We understand in a span of 2 months, there was about 6 attacks or 6 incidences. The latest one being the one of Korokora, as you mentioned, Korokora attack, where communication mast was destroyed. The local administration police camp was set on fire by the people who are said to be militia. And remember, Korokora is less than 25 kilometers from a main military camp, which is now the main one in northeastern. Launched or opened by President Kenyatta last year, December. And remember, within that locality again, there are more than 15 police forces. And these are some of the things that is raising eyebrows, raising questions on how such attacks are being launched or are being carried within hundreds of well-trained security forces. The government right now, what they are doing is that they are accusing, or the government is accusing the local community or the local people that they are harboring the assailants, they are harboring Al-Shabaab, they are harboring the militia. And now all eyes are on the 3 main camps, especially the area of Yumbis, which is Hagadera refugee camp, and also the Gahle and the Ifo, and which Mr. Nixon and many people whom we spoke to believe these are some of the areas have been, a safe haven for Al-Shabaab for the last 1 decade. Great.
Hamza, thank you so much for that detailed report there. Our reporter Hamza Yusuf just talking to us about the situation in Garissa, where we had yet another attack. Let's move on. A new Auditor General, Nancy Gathongo, today took over the office of the Auditor General from her predecessor, Edward Ouko, effectively kicking off